put all my kids into college because it's important. Because I don't want my kids to live the life I live without the college education. Because let me tell you something, man. When I flunked out of college, I threw myself off a cliff. I didn't know. The one thing that I have learned to relate to all of my children is to dream. There is nothing bigger than your dream. Nothing is greater than your dream. Now, as we sit in this great educational institution, I am not saying that your education is not important because it's tied to a lot of your dreams. But let me tell you something. There ain't nothing bigger than your dream. Because your dream will propel you to get the education. Don't you ever stop dreaming. Don't you ever stop imagining. And we're going to talk about these two things a lot. But don't you ever stop dreaming. Your Bible says a man without a dream or a vision shall perish. That's in your Bible. It ain't just in the one I read. Nowhere in there does it say without the education you perish. And it says without a dream or vision you perish. So if what you are dreaming about requires an education, it is then your dream that propels you to get the education. But the dream is bigger than anything, man. See, if it was an education that caused you to be greater successful, I ain't here today, because I don't have one today. But nobody could out-dream. Your dream is everything, man. It's the biggest part of your life. Look, man, it is that thing that God puts in you that don't let you sleep sometimes. It's your dream. It's that thing, that part of you, man, that wakes you up and stirs the very pit of your soul. I've always taught my children to dream. The secret, though, the secret to real success is if you tie your gift to the dream. There's a scripture that says your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of great men. Let me tell you about this gift. You have to identify this gift. One of the tough things when you're young is identifying the gift. Majority of you are going to get a college degree from this great institution. It will mean the world to you. You should pursue it with everything that's in you. But if you got your gift tied to this, it'll work better for you. That's the scripture. Now check this out. What is my gift? Your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your God-given gift. When I was discovering this gift of mine, and I stayed in trouble with this gift, I remember a teacher asked us when we came in from summer school, write on a piece of paper what you want to be when you grow up. Now this gift and dream, I'm going to tie this whole thing together. You know what I wrote on a piece of paper? I want to be on TV. And I turned it in. And I was pretty proud. She went around the room and asked everybody to stand, and she read their name and what they wanted to be. She did the whole class, and she saved me for last. So she said, come to the front of the class. And I got up to the front of the class, and she said, tell the class what you wrote on your paper. And this was it. I said, I want to be on TV. She said, and why did you write that on the paper? I said, because that was our assignment for today. She said, but why did you write that on your paper? I said, because that was our assignment for today. She said, but why did you write it on your paper? And so I started shrinking. And she said, why would you write such a thing on your paper? And I was confused. Because at 10, 11 years old, I didn't know that I couldn't write what I wanted to be. She said, who do you know on TV? I said, nobody. Is anybody in your family on TV? I said, no, ma'am. See, you gotta remember, so this is 1968. The only black person on TV was, probably need to change the story a little bit. So she said, is anybody in your family been on TV? I said, no, ma'am. Anybody at this school ever been on TV? I said, no, ma'am. So what makes you think you could be on TV? Take this paper home and write something on it a little bit more believable, and you bring it back. And I'm calling your mom today and tell her you're a smart aleck at the school. Okay, this is crazy. So now they pin the note on me. You remember when they used to pin the note on your coat? I got this big giant note. I'm going home. This is actually a death certificate for me. Because when my father finds out that I got this note pinned on my chest, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. This is back when there was no such thing as child abuse. You know, whooping your child was perfectly legal. My father come home, he takes his bath. She calls me in there. She said, Slick, that was my father's nickname. She said, Slick, our boy been up at the school being a smart aleck. He said, what did he do? Tell him what you did. I said, the teacher asked me what I want to be, and I said I want to be on TV. You hear that? He gonna write he want to be on TV. To tell him that what's wrong with that. My father looked at my mother and said, well, what's wrong with that? I said, uh-oh. The red phone is ringing. The governor, this could be it. He said, what's wrong with that? She said, baby, if that boy say he won't be on TV, why he can't be on TV? So I got ready, because I'm going to get a spanking, right? This is it, I'm going to get it. He said, boy, let me ask you, you won't be on TV? I said, yes, sir. He said, get another piece of paper. He said, what she want you to put on the paper? I said, what everybody else put on the paper, Dad. He said, what was that? I said, like a policeman, a fireman, play basketball. He said, well, you can't play basketball, so just put policeman on the paper. Because he said, what about firemen? I didn't want to be a fireman because I can't run, you know, I lived in the hood. I never saw a house that had enough value where I would risk my life to run in and save it. I wrote, I want to be a policeman. He said, now take this to her and give it to her tomorrow. But get another piece of paper out your drawer. He said, write on there what you want to be. He said, put that in your drawer. He said, every morning when you wake up, read your paper. Every night before you go to bed, read your paper. He said, and don't worry about what she said. 22 years I kept that paper. I read that paper every morning and every night till I was 21 years old. I don't know if you noticed or not, but if you turn your TV on, that little boy is on TV every Christmas. I send my teacher a flat screen TV. This was just a dream. Now there's a principle that comes into your success, and it's called the law of attraction. If you don't think it's real, it's very, very real. You get what exactly you put out. Your brain, let me tell you something about this college education and when you get it. Your brain emits a signal. That signal is one of the most powerful signals in the universe. You know why? Because it's a God signal. Because we were all created in God's image. We are God's people. He made all of us. He put an uncanny power inside of you. It's called your mind. Your mind determines how successful you become. If you radiate positivity, positivity returns. The more positivity you put out, the more positivity come back. See, if you want more people to smile at you, you gotta smile at more people. You want more people to shake your hand, you gotta stick your hand out and shake more people's hands. You gotta figure this out, man, because after you get this degree, you're gonna have to know this kind of stuff. You're gonna have to know this kind of stuff. That dream is everything. That emitting the signal is everything. That power of positive thinking is everything. That peace that's in you from God is everything. You are a piece of God. You can be anything you want to be. The difference between successful people and non-successful people is right here. It's in here. The only way to soar is God has to put His breath under your parachute, which is your gift that allows you to soar. You're going to get cut up. You're going to lose some skin on your back. You're going to get hung up on tree limbs. See, I jumped October 8th. I went in there and quit my job the next day. But guess what? I lost a lot. I became homeless. I lived in the car for 3 years. I got cut up on the rock so bad. It was days I wished I had never jumped. But here's the thing. When you jump, you have to know this. God got you. Because ain't he always got you? I'm just asking. Can anybody in here name one single thing? Just name one thing God ain't brought you through. If he ain't brought you through it, he's currently pulling you through it right now. But you know how I know he done brought you through everything? Because you're sitting in here. If he hadn't have got you, you wouldn't be sitting in here. But oh man, that God I keep telling you about, the one that always gets you, eventually his promise is he puts the wind under the gift and the parachute opens and you soar. See, you missed me when I was homeless. You missed me when I lost everything twice. You missed me when I dropped out of college. You missed me when I couldn't talk, when I opened up my mouth. You missed that. What you see now is a TV show, a game show, a book, a movie. Oh, you see me soaring. But I only soar because I jumped. And the only reason I jumped, I was just show hoping God's promises was true. I was just show hoping he was going to give me. God got me. Now, one last thing. If you do not jump, let me tell you something. Your parachute will never open. It will never open. You will die with your gift on your back. You will never know the life God had for you. Follow your dream. Use your gift. And when the time comes, you got to jump and pay your parents back all the money they ever gave you. And that will be called this thing either. Look, I hope I said something to help somebody today. Thank you all for the life. Thank you very much.